Hello everyone and welcome to the second video of my brand new YouTube series on RuneScape Slayer. So we started with the first one, the last one with channel intro and doing some gelatinous abominations with ranged, and today we are going to go through two different tasks. Both can be assigned here with Spria or Turael if you haven't completed Walgatic Sleeps, and we will be killing some cows and birds. In terms of equipment, as I mentioned in the previous video, we'll be using Chaotic and Crystal Weaponry and God Wars Dungeon 1 set. So for today, for Magic, Subjugation set with Chaotic stuff. Both monsters, so cows and birds, attack with melee, therefore it's best to use Magic against them and specifically Earth spells. We'll do both of these monsters in Lumbridge, and I'll soon explain why and provide some alternative locations if you want them. So teleport to Lumbridge and then you have a short run to the northeast to the first location where we will be killing some cows. In terms of equipment, to go over that quickly, we'll be using, as I said, Subjugation set for Magic God Wars Dungeon 1 armor, and it's quite expensive, so not like Armadillo set, which is like 30 million, as we said in the previous video. It's more alongside 17.5 million, and 19 if you are going to get a ward, but it's really not necessary, so I wouldn't advise that. If that's too expensive, of course, if you're just starting out and you're not doing God Wars Dungeon 1 or don't have or don't want to spend that kind of money, you can get a cheaper, much cheaper alternative in Ganodermic armor that's priced only 4.5 million, but it degrades. And then at level 50 you can get skeletal armor for 240k and even blue mystic robes for 55k, which is quite cheap and affordable. At level 60 you can also get lunar equipment, but you have to complete lunar diplomacy quest in order to get and use it. That's it for the cows, and then to kill some birds, we'll also use this location and this side of Lumbridge. We'll just go a bit more to the north, and then at this location, so a farm with a farmer, enter here and kill off some chickens. I will explain more on this later as we go through these chickens quickly. Just to mention that if you are not inclined to do dungeoneering, of course it's level 80 stuff, so maybe you aren't even capable, at least for now, you can get some alternative and cheaper weapons. So at level 50 you can get the Slayer stuff, it's only 21k, but you also need to have a level 55 Slayer, and you can get it and buy it from any Slayer master in the game. Other than that, at level 55 you can get Gravit stuff, also from Dungeoneering and Demonheim, and at level 60 for 340k you can get Dragon Battle stuff. Of course, if you are starting out and you are even lower level in terms of magic, you can always go with elemental stuff, so like Staff of Fire, Staff of Earth, Staff of Water, etc. In terms of chickens, I will say that and conclude this video with that. You can kill them at various locations. So for cows, there are some here. For cows, you can kill them at Estram Farm as well. That's just located north from Teverly Lowstone. There are like 7 cows there. There are 15 cows here in Lumbridge, so that's for me the best location to kill them. At Crafting Guild, south of Varrock Lowstone, you will find 10 cows, and then Lane Mill location between Lumbridge and Varrock, 12 cows there. In terms of birds, a bit more complicated, but the best option for me is to kill chickens. You can kill birds, but they are far rarer in the game. 27 birds are located in Ape Atoll, but you have to start Monkey Madness quest, and then if you don't want to be attacked from other monsters, you have to have Monkey Grigri, so that's a far more complicated thing to do. This is like the easiest option. You can also kill seagulls in Port Sarim, and some other alternatives in terms of chicken are the Fred's Farm that's located just on this side of the river and Lumbridge, and other than that there's also Falador Farm with 8 chickens and location farm north of Teverly Lowstone for 6 chickens. But this is like the best thing for me, and I think you can also agree, because cows and birds, in this case chickens, are just located next to each other and very easy to find and do if that is your current Slayer task. That's it for this video. So video number 2, we'll go over melee option next, so to get clarification on what equipment and armor we'll be using and what are some cheaper and more convenient alternatives if you are just starting out, don't have much money or anything like that. And then we'll just go through task by task in order to get this thing rolling and go through all different Slayer tasks in the game, specifically the ones that are best suited for beginner and intermediate players. That's it for now, and until next time.